Hello there, everyone. Charlie Barley back, guys. I think we are finally back up after a little bit over a week of nothing but debugging and testing and debugging and testing and working with AI, which is absolutely phenomenal. However, it does not come without work. And what I've been told, there actually are better AI apps that are less buggy. But as a programmer myself, or quasi-programmer, I do or haven't managed a team of programmers. I understand how difficult programming is. Anytime you introduce new logic, you introduce new bugs. And this is not just a app. It's actually a software made into an app. So it doesn't come without it. And honestly, a software site like this would have taken me probably a year to even do, and that's with an entire team. It would have taken about 6 months just to get rid of the bugs, and unfortunately there's people who still I understand you guys, when you guys came aboard and then we end up having to take a week off. Some of you guys didn't like that, but it's only for our good, because we're going to be pushing really hard for the next 6 months to only make 3 units a day, go from $1,000 to $500,000 only making 3 units a day. Now, why 3 units a day? Number one, we already know we can do that. Currently, we are at a 900% growth rate since we've started. Only 9 full access users have produced well over 16,000. This is actually well over this. These numbers are actually off because when I was testing it, I had to drag the numbers down to force it to lose, but the numbers are actually greater than this. I talked to one of my other users yesterday. He did $2,500 in 1 week. I'm gonna do an interview with him and a couple other users soon here, so please stay tuned to the channel. But what I want to do here right now, though, guys, I don't want to make a long video. I just want to go over, number one, show you guys that we are back up and running. You can go here and restart your trial. If you don't have a trial, you want a trial, send an email to me, permutationspro@gmail.com, or you can go in the description, send me an email, say, hey, I want the free trial. If you started a trial and it is expired, you can get a free trial. Just let me know. Just send me an email, say, hey, I want a free trial. Even if you want it for a couple days, that's fine. So that's fine. We could do a free trial. In the trial, though, guys, remember, this is just a test drive. Okay, this is not going to tell you the total performance of the car. It's just like if you go drive a car, you're not going to know everything about the car in your test drive. You're just test driving it. Okay, see how it works, how it functions. Even in your experiment, the reason why, if you needed another day or so, or say another day, I'm not going to do a whole week or anything. The numbers absolutely work, but sometimes some of us give up because we had a bad session and we think something's wrong. Well, and if you're that kind of person, you're never going to have any success anyway, because nothing in this world works that way, and I don't even want gamblers around me. So, if you have that mindset where it's all got to be perfect and up, hey, man, there's other channels who promise that kind of BS. Not here. We promise growth, and we promise you growth. Like, by the numbers. I've been on this kick for a long time, and I've been challenging the world to challenge me. Now you can't, because now I have pure mathematics on my side. All the numbers that I have now are all from users. So these numbers that are coming up, these are all from our users. Now let's do this, guys. I want to jump right in here and let's get started with a game. I want to test out the software against the current old school, what we call the old school model, or the original model, or the hard copy. The hard copy does not come with bugs, and the software was made from this. Okay, so what we want to do is double check that this matches the outcomes here. So let's clear the data and assume the game. The first thing we've got to do is get observations. So we got to come to the game and we got to get in the first 2 games that we place their observations. In order to get 2 games out, you got to get outcomes. This thing works, it's an algorithm, guys. So it detects multiple patterns simultaneously across 4 algorithms. But the first thing you got to do is give it some data. So let's say we come to the board and there are already 6 outcomes on the board. The last one was player. Let's go ahead and put player here. And the first one was banker. Let's fill in the gap between the outcomes that were between here. See how easy this is now? Now we're ready to go ahead and start putting in outcomes for our games. So let's say the next two outcomes were banker. It is not time to play yet. The system's going to let you know. Just read observation mode. So you're not playing, you're only putting in outcomes. But what we want to do now is just see if these outcomes are going to match the outcomes of the spreadsheet. So let's do this. Let's put in these outcomes. The first one was banker, player. And I really like the standard version because I created it and it's really easy for those who want it. Like I've said before, the world is going crazy. I don't know what's going to be going on with the internet or whatever's going to be happening. But if you do want that hard copy, guys, I am all for partnering and sharing. So let me know. All right, let's continue to go. Complete observation game. When we complete the observation game, what happens is it shifts the last 5 outcomes to the first 5, and it's almost like a continuation cycle. So we're going to do the same thing here. But the first thing we need to do on the standard sheet is score the algorithms to make sure, or to at least see which algorithm lost. So algorithm 4 was the loser. Now I know this by heart. I'm not going to go through all of the details in this video. Algorithm 4 was the loser. So let's see if algorithm 4 was the loser here. And you can see here algorithm 4 is at 0%. All right, let's continue to do some testing, and then we're going to play a live game. All right, so we hit the copy paste clear, and as you can see, when we hit copy paste clear, it should look just like this sheet. Last 2 outcomes, banker, player, player, player. Cool. All right, so let's say the next outcome was player, and then the next outcome was player. All right, and let's go ahead and click complete observation game. All right, so now we're here on game 3. All right, but let's go ahead and put in the outcomes here, player, because we're testing it. And let's update the algorithms to see which ones won or lost. So it appears that algorithm 4 was another loser. All right, so in this case, we should have 3 100% algos and 1 0%. Let's see if that is the case. 100, 100, 100, and 0. So far, so great. All right, let's do one more. So this is game 3, guys. Game 3 is where we actually start to play. All right, so before we actually play, we play on hand 1 and 2. But we got to put in one more outcome before we start. So let's put in banker. Now it's letting us know what we need to play. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to force a loss just to see what happens. So this says player. Let's put our chip on banker. All right, and algo 1 is the active algo. So it says player again. And you can see down here it says player H2. So that's accurate. Everything's very accurate right now. Complete game. And we lose -3, so we wanted to see that. Continue on the next game. We can end the shoe or we can continue. This is the standard mode, so we'll continue trading. All right, but let's put that into the algorithm. And let's see if the outcomes come out. And they do. I can tell from just looking at it. And of course, I've already done the study. All right, but let's put that in here. Actually, that was a loser. All right, so the way that the scored algorithm should read, algorithm 1 should be at 67%, 2 and 3 at 100%, and 4 at 33%. So, all right, so let's see where we are. 67%, 100%, 100%, 33%. So it's definitely shaping like we have a very solid upgrade here. So you guys can go back and start trading at will. Let's go ahead and end the shoe here now. So that shoe is done. All right, and remember, you only need 3 units a day. You don't have to try and do everything all at once. You could do 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 at night. So the less you play, the better it is. Remember, we compound based on the value of the wager. So you do not have to try and go for 10, 12, 18, 19 units, even though we can. Even though we've had users, I think one of our users, SumZ, is up at 91 units when we took a break, and they did that in 3 weeks. That's great, but that just shows you the power of the system. You only need 3 units a day. Listen, there is this 6-month plan. I don't know if that's on you guys. This is the 6-month flat bet strategy. I'm going to be introducing this in the next week. I got to redo the site, obviously, to make sure that it's capable, because it's a whole nother, it has to be programmed differently so that the stats work. But you can come here and put in how much your bankroll is and see where you'd be in 6 months, only making 3 units a day, 4 days a freaking week. Okay, that's all you got to do. But I know the gambler in you can't stand that. You'd rather die before you had that kind of discipline, right? I'm telling you, you can change your life just with discipline, just getting your ass up and taking the money. We've created the system. Numbers don't lie. I've been challenging the world for years. My numbers haven't lied. They still don't lie. All right. So if you want to come in here, you can take the demo. You can come here and click demo if it's available. If not, just send me an email, Permutations Pro, and let me know you want to do the demo, okay? Or do a 24-hour trial. And if you just want another 24-hour trial, just send me another email, let me know, and then we'll go according to that. And as I said, remember, you got to look at this long term, okay? Your objective is only to get 2 units, 3 units a day, but if you want to do more than that, don't go for more than 2 units in a shoe. 2 units in a shoe, if you hit about 3 units, if you even hit like a -6, -3, -6, if you're doing it the standard way, anything between there, you will take a break. You don't have to really take a break at -3, but around -6, sure. But that's the disciplined player. If you don't have any discipline, join the, it's a locked version, okay? Let's just jump in here, and we're actually going to play a real quick game, and then we'll be out. Just to test it on a live game, all right? But there's a locked version that is it's a longer version, but if you stick to it, it'll give you what you're looking for, but you got to stay consistent. You hit on this change mode, you see this locked mode, there's a standard mode, then there's this locked mode. You can click on this lock mode and it's going to lock you out, time you out, and all those good things. Now, you don't have to have that. You could just be disciplined. Now, even with the standard mode, it's going to alert you when you're at certain thresholds, like you're at a +3, you're at a -3. It's going to let you know those things, but you can elect to continue to play. Now, there's people who've been saying, hey, man, I want to try different progressive strategies. Dude, there's so many ways you can do it. The only thing is you have to be disciplined. What I've done is created a system that's able to extrapolate wins from patterns. Now, what you have to do is just manage yourself. We know we've got the numbers. The numbers don't lie here. And on top of that, we're going to be doing this on a flat bet scale. Now, let's just go right into a game real quick. We're going to test this in live betting. And it also gives you guys a chance, for those who've never seen this, seen us or know how to do it or seen us do it, you'll get a chance to see how I do it live, if it comes on. And we're going to be working on my... sorry guys, we're working on the practice account. I have a practice account because you don't want to test things on a real account. You don't want to try and perfect it on a real account because you have to force losses, okay? So well, at least me, you want to, and you should have a practice account. If you're serious about this, you should be perfecting what you do. Now, I've perfected the mathematics. You got to just perfect your discipline and being consistent and understanding what it is that we're doing, all right? Your objective is not to sit here and gamble all day. Can you do it? Sure you can, but that's going to require discipline. If you have a gambling problem, listen, this is too powerful. This is a Lamborghini Huracan. You get in it, it'll take off, but it could also crash you if you're moving too quick. Let's just jump into a game really quick, and let's see what we can do. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys more videos coming up soon of different ways you can attack this and make even more money, be more advantageous, and just kind of low-key kind of kill it in a sense. But you still have to have a level of discipline when you do that. So stay tuned. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot more now that we have a really refined working model. Doesn't mean it won't be bug-free in the future. It just means that right now it's bug-free. All right, so what we're going to do here, we have 25 outcomes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go like back 9 different outcomes, and that's to make this, put it in outcomes really quick for us. So let's look at the last 9 outcomes. That was player, player, player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so it's banker, player, player, banker, player, 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 and then player, complete game, and then we had 4 players, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then that was a player and then a banker. All right, and then another banker comes out. Complete observation game. Now we're at game 3, and we're going to be ready to play in just a second. All right, so win or lose, guys, this is what we're doing here. We're showing you, because I know a lot of people think, well, just because you show a demo, it's supposed to win. It may not win, okay? But you're going to see, this is a long-term business. It's almost like saying, hey, I want to start a McDonald's franchise, and the moment I come in there, there's no lines out the door. Oh, this is not a good business. Doesn't work that way, guys. Unfortunately, man, it doesn't work that way. Sorry. All right. So our first bet is on player. So we're just going to put a unit on player. This is showing $26, but it's based on the current bankroll, and we have a low bankroll here. This is a practice account, but we're just going to see how it works. At least you guys can see kind of the process that we take to actually go through it. And again, this is real. You can see how the screen is just taking its time. Looks like we probably lost that one, because that's a 0 banker. So we're going to do 2 units on banker. All right. So you can see here, play banker 2 units. So, well, $52, but we would put 2, well, we did 2 units on banker on the regular one. But if you're playing, you're going to get all your instructions from up here. All right. And it should be honestly highlighting right above here. But on your phone, you could actually see it kind of clear. And hot 9, that's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, well, listen, that was a really quick win. And what we do, once you've won that game, you hit complete game, calculate your results. All right, listen, here's another thing I want to say before I let you guys go. When you win the first hand on this one, let's say right here on this one, you see it says player. Let's say we play player. Okay, you won, right? So don't leave. What you want to do, if you're going to be done with the shoe altogether, put anything right here and hit complete game. Because in order for the system to calculate your wins, you've got to complete the game. So it's not going to matter what that's. If you went on the first hand, it's not, and you're not going to play any further, okay, you could put anything else in the second hand. However, if you're going to continue to play and you won the first hand, you got to wait for the next outcome for the second hand, and then hit the complete game, and then continue moving forward. All right. Well, listen, I'm not going to play a whole entire game. I have a lot more content I'm going to be delivering. I just wanted to let you guys know we are back. Go back, take the trial. Users, you can jump back in. I should have ended the shoe. Cool thing is that even though I didn't end the shoe, watch this. It should have ended it for me. Let's make sure that works. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. And it did. All right, so you can see here we're up 9 total, 9 shoes. So it ended the shoe for me and kind of like restarted. With that said, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. More content coming your way. Join the free demo. Join the team. You only need to make 3 units. I'm going to show you guys how to do this flat betting. Yes, this is better than trading stocks. If you don't believe me, let's do it by the math. Let's argue over math, not your feelings. Okay? A lot of you guys got blown out recently with Bitcoin. You know why? Because you're experiencing volatility that you can't calculate. It's called an open market. That's the reason why you didn't know that 70% drop was going to happen. We'll never have that problem here, ever. I mean, only a gambler would have it. And a gambler is only thing a gambler is going to do is just do things that are not in line with this. He's going to continue to play, no stop loss, no nothing. That's what gambling's all about. And a lot of you guys are gambling in crypto and all on the stock market. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just understand when you're taking dips of 70, 80%, 50% overnight and you don't know why, you know why? It's because you don't have a good beat on risk management. You do not know any volatility calculus. You're just gambling. But because it's in the stock market, you don't think you're gambling. So now you're mentally, your mental psychosis is off as well. But over here, we don't gamble. We do things by math and by science and numbers. Jay-Z said it best. Numbers, if it doesn't make dollars, it don't make sense. That said, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. ShadowMaxTrading.com. Or if you want a free trial and it is not available to you, send me an email, permutationspro@gmail.com, letting me know you want a free trial. We still got a lot more to do. If you catch any bugs, come right here, click on this contact us button, send whatever it is, send me technical report, put your name and all that good information there. Screenshot, you can upload it from right here and send that to me. Let me know what's going on if you see anything crazy. With that said, thank y'all so much for listening. We back, baby. Let's go make money. We only have a little bit of time. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the world, but we only have a small amount of time. I have no time to waste with jack-offs. I'm very serious about this. So if you guys want to be serious and make money in the next 6 months together, and I'm here with everyone who's here to save ourselves and our families from what I see as an impending doom in terms of changing the way the world works. The evil people who are running this world, they are now wanting to completely control your very existence through digital currency, the very thing that a lot of you guys are gambling on right now. It's not going to be funny when you can't buy, sell, or trade. You don't have any sovereignty in that digital world. And you guys are gambling it like it's cool. It makes money for you today. That's the reason why many of us suckered. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. Permutationspro@gmail.com. I'm passionate, man. Take the trial. Sign up for the team. Until the next time, guys. Take care.